What's going on, fam? How everybody doing out there? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But we're in now 2025. So you can see, now we finna see. So you can see, now we finna see what's gonna happen. I know you guys have heard over the last week since he did his inauguration and everything now is official. He is in house. He is in power. He is the authority. Hey, come on, Father. Be that blessing. Be that blessing. Yeah. So we're going to talk today. Three elements: politics, sports, and that's crazy. We're going to talk about it, see what's going on. Like we started off, politics. So it's official. He didn't put a thing in place. You know, all the people he has already put into positions, all of them got issues, with the exception of Rubio, he was already part of Congress anyway, so it was just a switch over for him. Republican, so he good. But man, everybody else, it's like toe up and toe back. But he pushing them. He pushing them. He done signed 26 executive orders the first day of his office. He just had his economic summit today, and he told them, if y'all ain't investing in us, expect tariffs. So, on that point right there, a tariff is when a company or a nation, as we are, tell those companies that are shipping their product into our country that we're going to tax you. They call it tariff. And in this case, he's saying 25% to Canada, 25% to Mexico, and 25% to China. Now, these are big players because they are the foundation of economic strength, because they are the ones who produce it. You know, you always see made in China, made in here, made in there, made in there. So he's telling them, hey, if you're not making it right here, you're going to give us some. The only bad thing about that is the only thing the company going to do is pass it on. To who? Yeah. But give you an example, because I've been overseas, and a lot of the products that are common between the two, in this case, I'll just use a cell phone. Cell phone costs us $1,000 here. You might get it there for $500. The same phone, nothing wrong with it. It's not refurbished. The same phone. Yeah. Same thing, clothes. You might get it over there for 20 cents, where you got to pay $10 here. And you know, there's a lot of the back behind it. You know, child labor laws, you know, and all that. You know, that what they can't do here, they do there. We don't do. I mean, we don't have child labor because we have laws against it. You know, same thing with work. When you talk about labor, we have a department that oversees and governs the United States and their labor. You know, you got to take your breaks and lunches and all that. But over there, you don't. And we know back in our history, you had a lot of protests of overseas labor law violations, you know, and then they would attack the stores here that would sell their product. Target, Walmart, and all of them will get now boycotted because they're selling product that came from over there. So what he's doing, he's adding fuel to the fire, because he's telling them, if you're not buying it from here, or making it here rather, we're going to tax you. And we know you're going to pass it along to your citizens, your people, they're going to be the ones who end up having to pay that additional tariff. Reality, come on, we can all we want. Reality is that company is going to pass that tariff to us. You don't believe it? Look at your groceries. Yeah. And this is local. This is homegrown. How is it the same product I was buying for $2.69, I'm now paying $5 for? It ain't like it grew bigger. It ain't like as much extras to it. It's the same size, the same quantity, the same quality. But yet, they jack my prices. Fast food the same. You make the burger smaller, but you charge them more. I'm just saying. I mean, you can look at Twinkies, cupcakes, Hostess, chips. You had a big old bag of chips, and only that much chips, and all the rest of it is air. But you charge me $5 for it. Come on. Politics. Who pockets get fat? Who pockets don't? It ain't ours. That's for sure. And now we got someone in charge who's going to make sure of that. Because they even talked about his audience was all the big billionaires, the millionaires that had the front row seat even before the people of his cabinet. They sat out in front. And he didn't put his hand on the Bible. Nope. That's politics. We got to talk about sports. Y'all know I'm a Raider fan. Yeah. No coach. Quarterback shot. We got our worst enemy as part ownership. Yeah. You know we didn't like Brady when he did that pump and fumble. And Rob Wilson came on the side and said, bah! Referees call, oh, nope. Doesn't. What? He double pumped. Man, come on. And now he is 5% owner and trying to bring Belichick over. He was the coach. So you know if he knew, he knew. We hurting right now, y'all. We standing at the 6th, 7th spot in the draft. They say Deion Sanders is out there ready to be a coach. And went to Dallas. They ain't signed him yet. But that's who he's talking to. Man. His son's still coming out first round pick. You know Tennessee gonna grab him. All you gotta do is look at the history. Look at Washington. New general manager, new coach, first string, first pick in the draft, quarterback. Where they headed? They got Philly this weekend for the NFC Championship to represent in the Super Bowl. Come on. So we on the ground floor. No. We're in the basement. We can't do nothing but come up. We need a new GM. We need a new coach. And we need a quarterback. If we can look at the same formula that Washington just did, we'll be standing up here this time next year like Raiders in the Super Bowl. You know that's fantasy. But man, if it did, it would. You know, now we're going to talk about it. That's crazy. Again, you guys know I had talked about insurance, especially what we're going through here in California, Southern California. We've had all these fires, wildfire just burning. We were looking at the latest one last night, the Hughes fire. Man, they showed the time lapse. First 5 minutes, you see a smoke. Within the hour, it was 5,000 square foot. It like blew up, woof, and just ran. So, my thing is, they say you gotta live here, you gotta have insurance. That's where I'm going with this. So me as a homeowner, in an area that is, I won't say wilderness, but it is sparse and have overgrowth, no rain. We haven't had rain down on this side of town since like late October. But we had these, what they call Santa Ana winds. These Santa Ana winds get so strong because what it is, the wind starts to blow off the high desert. And as it comes across the mountains, it compresses and gets warm. And then it makes its way. The thing that we have, the combination that we have is dry vegetation. Strong winds that's drying them out even more. And then a spark. If you know the fire triangle says you need 3 elements to cause a fire. You got to have fuel, the brush. You got to have an ignition source. Where is that spark going to come from? And you got to have oxygen. Take away either one, you have no fire. So when you start to think of that Santa Ana winds that come through at a time of the year where you haven't had you gotta have rain in 4 months, you're setting yourself up. But when you have an insurance policy that you've been paying on month after month or year after year, however you have it set up, and all of a sudden this happens and your house gets burned down, and the insurance company saying, I ain't paying that. Well, wait a minute. I've been paying my insurance on time every month for years. Now I need you and you said no? That's crazy. And then you know of the area, you know of the history, you come up 3 months before all of this happened and you cancel me. You cancel my insurance because I live in a fire-prone area. But you knew that. It ain't no. Just wake up, so fire-prone area. They will have to cancel them. You knew I lived in a fire-prone area from the beginning. And you accepted my policy. And I've been paying you. And now you tell me you're canceling. That's crazy. But that's all it is. It's all about money. It's all about money. And it's crazy. Because I got a lot of shit to say. So, just to let you guys know, I'm going to start to set up my podcast. I got all my equipment, everything I need to get started. But I'm going to need you. More details to come. Because now it will be no longer a one way, but it'll be double. So we'll be able to talk to each other live. Yeah. Riverside is going to be the broadcast platform. YouTube as well. But we're going to make this happen. 2025, here we are. And I got a lot of shit to say. Later.